All meet in mountain pose together with both feet under hips. Thumbs turned outward as fingers reach towards the ground. Notice how tall you feel. Notice your whole footprint on both sides connected to the floor. If you would like to practice a standing balance pose today, I'll offer half moon. You might choose to place a block in the middle of your mat in front of you, a place for your fingertips to land, even if just a mental target to aim for. And stepping back a pace or so from that block, place both feet as though on railroad tracks and shift your weight maybe into your left footprint as the right footprint hovers. It could be nice to connect your handprints in center as you hinge at your hips and lift your long right leg behind you. Press into your standing foot as well as out through your lifted one. Nice, this is Flying Warrior. Think about using your lifted toes like a rudder for your whole lifted leg as you rotate them outward and maybe reach for that block. You can move it around and maybe reach up overhead with your right arm, maybe resetting a time or two. Again, you can make this yours. It might be nice to bend the right knee before shooting the whole leg back. Maybe trying Warrior 3 with both hip points pointing forward before opening the hip and rotating the toes outward, reaching for a block for support. Woo! Maybe you allow yourself to fall into a supportive wall. Can be a nice way to practice. And change sides as you're ready. If you choose to practice half moon, once again, ground your whole standing foot, maybe this time on the right side as the left foot hovers. Connect both hands where you will with hips or in center as you reach back with the long lifted left leg hinging on your right hip. Opening hands like a book, reach for your block as the left toes rotate outward, as well as the left hand or shoulder, perhaps. You might reach back and find that wall for support. You might shake and waver. Let that be part of the process. Half moon of your variation. And I invite you to return to standing as you're ready. Preparing for crow, I invite you to place a block in the middle of your mat, maybe on its lowest height, a nice stable platform. And bring the balls of both feet onto that platform. Your other block can be an arm's reach away in front of you. Again, maybe kind of a visual place to aim. With both balls of the feet grounded on your block, on your platform, find toe balance, taking a slow squat, sending the knees outward, lowering the hips straight down in center. Choose to place both handprints on the mat, maybe widely set apart. As you bend at the elbows, making a platform with the backs of your arms, sort of for your shins. Notice that you can squeeze the backs of your arms with your knees and press into the shins with the backs of the arms. Notice that connection as you practice lifting and lowering the hips and changing your weight, shifting your weight. As you're ready to practice crow pose, you might choose to place that other block on its highest setting, a little platform for your forehead. Again, these are all just options. As you ground both whole handprints, you might lift your hips as your toes begin to float away from your block. Bending up the elbows. Maybe you take a breath or two here. Come out slowly, carefully, playfully. Give yourself grace. Choosing to sit to the side of your mat again, make space between both heels. Preparing for a wide-legged fold. Flexing your toes towards your shins. Bring both handprints in center, supporting the weight of your upper body as you fold at your hips. Bring your elbows to blocks or the floor, offering yourself support. You might nod your head yes. Or shake your head no. Holding maybe slightly more with each breath. As you're ready, walk your handprints towards your seat. Move blocks out of your way. Offer assistance to one or both knees as you bring your feet together. Then come to sit on your mat with your legs extended long in front, staff pose. Leaning back into the support of both handprints, cross one ankle to rest on top of the opposite knee, letting your folded knee fall outward as you flex the toes of your lifted foot. Bring your extended leg closer, just bending at the knee and placing your footprint on the mat. From here, you might sit tall, allowing an in-breath to draw your chest skyward. You could lower onto elbows, either on blocks or the floor. As you windshield wiper your lower shin, bringing your whole lap arrangement to oscillate from left to right. And switch sides as you're ready, placing lifted footprint on the mat and switching sides, bringing opposite ankle to opposite knee. Flexing the folded toes towards the shin and windshield wipering your supportive shin from left to right. Noticing how this changes the sensation and angles of the pose. Whew. As you're ready, you can unwind, unfold, stretch both legs long on the mat. Come up to a seat, moving any blocks or props out of your way, and bend one knee, bringing it close. You could wrap one or both arms around it as though to give it a hug. You might choose to stay exactly like this, or continue hugging your knee as you lean back and lay down, keeping your opposite leg extended long on the mat. Allow your knee to settle towards your armpit with each breath out. As you're ready, guide your lifted shin, your folded leg across the midline, creating a twist as you reach back with the opposite shoulder. And that leg may or may not come all the way to the floor. It might rest hovering in the air. Make this your twist. As you're ready to unwind, bring your lifted foot to the floor. Use that connection to bring the other heavy leg towards you, bending at the knee, giving it a hug as you extend the last folded leg long on the mat. Again, maybe you allow your breath to massage this pose, bringing your knee a bit closer with each breath out. Rest here in your own strength and comfort, choosing to draw your shin across the midline as you're ready to twist. Pulling both shoulders to the mat, maybe looking over the opposite side from your knee. Unwind, return to center, find a neutral way to be, whether placing yourself comfortably on your back with knees bent or extended, or rolling onto your belly. Take 3 to 5 of the most nourishing breaths you've had all day. Noticing all the points your body are supported against gravity. Maybe your heels, your footprints, your shin bones, your knees, your femur bones and thighs, your heavy hips, your long and supple spine, your strong shoulders, long arm bones, heavy elbows and forearms, even knuckles and fingertips, your long neck and heavy skull. With another breath, choose to smile to yourself, even if just on the inside. Can you soften your face as you open your eyes and choose to roll on to one side? Resting in another moment of comfort, appreciating the work you've done. Pause here for a breath in the fetal position, nature's original restorative pose. When you feel ready, place one handprint on the earth, use it for support. Do you rise up to find it with the other handprint? Come to a comfortable seat. I invite you to take another moment to consider your intentions for this practice and give yourself credit for the moments you've connected with it. I hope that something here offered a sense of rooting, a sense of grounding, a sense of cultivation for you today. I hope that you will reach out if I can offer any other support, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care. Thank you for joining me. Be well. Bye-bye.